Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Have a seat. Time for biology. Time for biology. And today we're going to learn about expression in however using a contractile vacuum. So that's our subtopic of today. But before we go into that topic of today, I just want us to narrow down to what we did in the last topic. Subtopic that was the diffusion. It was the diffusion across the cell membrane. And we narrowed down the process of the diffusion and the mechanisms. And we found out that at last there were two gases that were excreted. So who can remind us of those two gases that were excreted during the diffusion? Yes, Charles. Carbon dioxide. Yes, Esther. Ammonia. Ammonia gas. So these were the two gases that were excreted, and I hope you remember that. Those points were well noted. But today we're going to learn about excretion in amoeba. But we are using a contractile vacuum. So by the end of this lesson, you as a learner should be able to draw a well-level diagram of amoeba together with these parts, and also be able to explain the mechanisms by which amoeba carries out its excretion. Is that okay? Yeah. So, having said that, we start by narrowing down the parts of amoeba. Who can tell me what is the first part here? Is that contractile vacuum. And the second part, pseudopodia. The third part, cell membrane. And the last part, cytoplasm. So these are the parts that make up the amoeba, and the contractile vacuum is always for accumulation, and pseudopodia is for movement and extension. So after narrowing down these parts, now we want to go now to explain the mechanisms by which amoeba carries out its process. So I'm dividing this process into process A, B, and C. So in process A, that process is called accumulation. As you can see, there is accumulation of excess salt and excess water and waste products in the cytoplasm. So, and in process B, this is whereby we found that after the accumulation and whereby the contractile vacuum now is full, it attaches to the upper part of the cell membrane. Is that right? Yeah. So from process A to B, are we together? Yes. So if you are together, let's go to process C. So in process C, after the attachment of the contractile vacuum to the upper surface, this is where we find that the contractile vacuum now contracts. It contracts and bursts open. You see, it has contracted and burst open, releasing the content inside it. The content that were released, the content were excess water and waste products that were released from the contracted vacuum. Have you understood that? Yes. So, the main aim of all this process, it was to help the cell not to burst and also help to maintain the osmotic balance. Have you understood that? Have you understood that, class? Yeah, thank you for understanding. So, because you have understood this, I would like now to test your level of understanding by asking this question. What do you think is the function of a contractile vacuum? I don't want honest answers, just lift up your hand if you know. Yes, Esther? Yes, he has given us a clear description of a contractile vacuum, and also he has stated the function. That's good. Clap for her. That's very nice. So before I end my class of today, I think that is all I want to say for today. Before I end the class, I would like to leave you with an assignment. But before that, who has any question to ask? Who has any question? Any question? Yes, Charles.
The question is what will happen to Maeva if the contractor performs?
So what will happen to a member if it lacks a contracted value? This is a good question. So if a member lacks a contracted value, it will eventually die. And how does it die? It is when a cell, because it lacks a contracted value, cell membrane itself will receive more waste products and excess water, and eventually after receiving it, it will contract and burst open. I just want to show you a short illustration. Come, Brian. Come. A short illustration of how this cell will pass. Let's say this is a cell is a contracted vacuum and it has the upper part. After receiving all the waste product, how now it contracts like that, and it bursts open. You see, it has released the content inside it. Have you seen that? Have you gotten that right? I think this will help you remember the process, and that's a clear definition of how the cell will die, because each itself it will burst open, releasing the content, and there will be no any more cell membrane, and eventually the cell will die. So before I leave, I like to give you the assignment, and the assignment is this: go and draw a well-leveled diagram of a member showing a contracted vacuum together with its functions. Have you noted that? Know that this assignment I'll be checking it during my next class. Is that okay? Yeah. So I think that's enough for today. Thank you for your participation and thank you for being active today. And I think I will end there. Let's see you during my next class. Have a good day.